one saying, I thank God I ain't baptized none of y'all. The Lord sent me to preach the gospel, not to baptize. You feel me? Because the water is symbolic for, the word is symbolic for water, fire, and spirit. You feel me? So, unless you understand what it is, it's just an outward sign. Circumcision as well, right? But you're about this. Too many people get dumped and come up and do what? They still Easter egg hunting, Christmas tree ducking. You feel me? And then, oh, that's just innocent. Oh, really? These actually rituals of other gods. First commandment is what? Since we've been water baptized, what's the first commandment? Have no other gods before him. What are we doing? Keeping all these holidays. But we just got dunked in some water. Right. See what I'm saying? So again, to be born again, back to her original premise, is something deeper than just going into some water. Right? You can baptize yourself every night in the tub if that's the case. Right? So let's get to it. Romans 12. What needs to happen for you to be considered born again? Right? We ain't knocking nobody. Is it a sin for you to get water back? Of course not. Is it a sin for you not to? Of course not. Did the man on the right side of Christ get baptized? Oh. Right. The Lord say He gonna sprinkle us with clean water once He gathers us. Then we should clean water. Right now, we walk and be clean by walking and following the Word of God, which prepared the water, fire, spirit.
Right down Numbers chapter 6, verse 1 to 5. It's the only time we were commanded to stay away from wine and strong drink is when the Israelites took a vow of Nazareth. Okay, so that's the only time you'll read that. So for your own time's sake, just write down Numbers 6, verse 1 to 5.
Yeah, they Deuteronomy 14, 24 to 28, they go into the strong drink and all that. Right. Like at the feast days, bro, we, it's what it is. Yeah. I mean, we don't get drunk, but yeah, your brother's gonna be enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, like that goes back to what we talked about being the top of your hand levels. Like that's what Christ came to do. He came to put down the old law. What the Catholics are doing, they're imitating. You know what I'm saying? What was going on in the Old Testament, the actual thing what that was put down, the old law. How they dress up, the priest. We go straight to Christ now. He is the priest. He is the high priest now. So we don't have to go to some man and confess the same thing. That's when we say you be converted. You know what I'm saying? You put down all the old things that you used to do. You keep following towards the truth and enduring to the end. That's the problem right there. What did the Bible do? What did Christ do? You're a Christian, so we keep Passover, Pentecost, days of the blowing of the trumpet. These are the feast days that we're supposed to keep. The Old Testament say that also. So that's what being converted, you know what I'm saying? Being born again, like you following these things, period, until the end. The scripture say, Matthew chapter 10, Matthew chapter 24, he that endures until the end, the same shall be saved. So if you keep doing these specific things until the end, then you may have a shot. Right. Oh, you ain't got a shot.
And let's get it. Let's go ahead and read it. Romans 12. Let's get into it.
Romans chapter 12, verse 1.
Now this is going into being born again. That's a good question. We're going to read it right off the Lord's lips as well.
Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
Present your bodies a what?
A living sacrifice.
Not trip off that. It say present your body as a living sacrifice. You're going to be totally dedicated to pushing the word of the Lord. All right, come on, brother.
Holy.
What they call devoted today, right? Present your body as a living sacrifice. Come on, brother.
Holy.
Come on.
Acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
That's the least you can do. That's the least you can do. Wasn't his son sacrificed? The least you can do is walk as his son. And fear not him who can destroy the body. All right, come on, brother.
And be not conformed to this world.
Be not what?
Conformed to this world.
Talking about being born again. Don't be conformed to the world. What the world is on. Right? The world is even in worship as well. It ain't just, oh, you in the streets driving fast cars. Oh, he's in the world. What about the religions of the world? See that? Be not conformed to this world. Come on, brother.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Be transformed, be changed by the renewing of what?
Your mind.
Your mind. So you're the same person, just your thinking is different now. You move a little different.
That's right.
See that? That's what born again is all about. Changing up your mindset. You got to be battling with the wicked thoughts all day. You won't have wicked thoughts hit your head. Out of nowhere. Where did that come from? Huh? That lets you know the spiritual warfare you in. It ain't just pop up out of nowhere. That's a spiritual, that's an inspiration for you to either do right or go left. Or do right or go wrong. You come from the spiritual realm right into the head. Fire! You've been thinking for about 5 minutes something you ain't supposed to be thinking. Get behind you. Pull no thief, get into the kingdom. Don't trip. Man, I was great meditating on that for about so that's what we at with. It's a spiritual war that goes in your mind. That's why I said be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Now, in order for you to renew your mind, you gotta know what's right and you gotta know what's wrong. What to allow in and what to rebuke. Get up out of it. You have no place here. You can't play with the devil if you want to say, oh, that's spookism stuff. Well, the inspiration that hit your head that caused you to do something you know is bad. Whatever you want to call it. You want to call the devil, Satan, the inspiration that inspires you to hack your husband to pieces. Whatever you want to call it. That right there. You see what I'm saying?
What pushes you to do that?
That has to be rebuked once it knocks at the door. Who is it? Who? Hey man, it's the devil, man. You have no place here. Bye. You gotta go.
Beat it.
See that? Gotta rebuke him. Get up off my front. Can't play with him or none of it, right? Or maybe the Lord knocking at the door. Some righteous inspiration. Some understanding from on high that came. You've been praying to him for. Let that on in, partner. Inspiration on high, you've been praying for some understanding that came. You just rhyme or something, you're like, oh, that's what that means. Oh, praise is going to say. You feel me? So your mind is the battlefield. Regardless if you want to acknowledge the Lord or not, you can't get away from righteous inspiration,
Right.
wicked inspiration.
Right.
Or the war.
Hey, what they call it? What they call it? Snapped. Don't teach you just snapped.
Right.
What caused her to snap is what don't nobody want to talk about. And then you have to acknowledge spirits there.
Right.
Spirits are at play. You have to acknowledge that at that point. What inspires you to do it? Is it part of your genetic makeup? I just was born a serial killer. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Murderer, old dog from Menace to Society was born. Either you gonna put it on your creator who made you, or you gonna acknowledge the spiritual war that you were in. And that's prevalent with everybody. Even Paul understood that. The righteous I'm supposed to be doing, I ain't doing. What I know I ain't supposed to be doing, I'm doing. And then call himself a wretched man.
That's right.
I thank God, hey, with my mind I serve the Lord God, but with this flesh, when I caught my carnal mind, all sin. So you got to battle with that because the two can't dwell. One got to go. Right? So the renewing of your mind is what being born again is. You got to be the filter at that pineal gland. You get the science? Pineal gland. Third eye, middle of your brain. The Lord talked about that back in Matthew 6, 2,000 years ago.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So now everybody want to get into the ways and what God is on, but don't want to acknowledge where you're getting the information from.
Yeah.
You did? So again, that's what the battle is, transformed by the renewing of your mind. And then look, finish that verse and we'll go to another about being born again. Hold on, let me finish this verse.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High God.
Okay, so now the next step on your mind has to be the perfect will of God. What is that according to the text? What's the will of God?
Keeping of the commandments.
Where can I find it?
Psalms chapter.
Hold on, bro. Glad to participate. We've been studying. We've been studying around here. Where can I find it at, Hebrew? Hey,
Michael.
they all over Deuteronomy. Where at? Who knows? Obey. I know obey. Obey. What up, bro? What's the will of God? He called him. He just called him. Let me answer. What'd you say, bro?
That's right.
Let's go read that. That's those things, because that need to be understood so you know how to renew your mind. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind, where you can know it is an acceptable will of God. You gotta know the will of God so you can know how to to renew and transform your mind. Without making wasting your time. I've been baptized 4 times. Well, the Bible says there's one baptism. What you doing going down there 3 more times? What is this? Right. So let's get into it. What's the will of God? We got Ecclesiastes, right? Ecclesiastes 12, 13 through 14. And then somebody grab Revelation 14 and 12. 2 witnesses. And then we go back to that Romans. When you read it, you get understanding. That's right. Woo. You got to piece the Bible together. That's where understanding comes from. If you try to read it like a little regular Hallmark novel, you're not going to get it. It's going to be all over. You said Psalm 119, 104? Go ahead, read that Ecclesiastes real quick.
Ecclesiastes 12, verse 13.
Again, this is going to what is the will of God. Right? Write it down. Somebody going to come ask you. You're talking all this God stuff. Right. This Christ stuff. This is Israelites. Huh? Well, brother, what is the will of God? You scratch it. And then they a person that you done read about somebody that like one of us. Show me. I got to be shown. I ain't too many philosophies floating around. I got to be shown myself. If I ain't seen it, I can't put no trust in it.
Chapter and verse.
Gotta be there. As it is written. All right, let's get there. What's the will of God that you put on your mind? Let's get it.
Ecclesiastes 12, verse 13.
Yes, sir.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Meaning the sum of it all, right? Conclusion means sum. The sum of it. Come on.
Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
So the will of God is what? Fear God and keep his commandments. That's the whole duty, not part duty. Not those only suggestions and advice God gave. That's the whole duty of man. You were created to serve your Creator. That's your duty as a creation of the Lord. Alright, come on, brother.
For God shall bring every work into judgment.
Right.
With every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
So you got to have the commandments on your mind. You have to have the commandments on your mind to be transformed in your mind. That's how you know what's right and what's wrong, right? Give an example. Somebody can slide a pork steak past you, right? They're like, shoot, slide it past me. That's about it.
Be your devil, bro.
Somebody can slide a pork steak past you, right? Of course, like my grandmother with my great granddaddy, they lived to be 90 years old and had been eating pork their whole life. They ate pork, I'm eating pork, right? Your last breath, you just was telling the little brother to get out the streets and stop getting. Why? Because it's bad for you. Right? Well, we got high blood pressure, I'll take all these pills, this and that, right? But when we go into the scripture, the Lord didn't make the pig for food.
That's right.
No. It's the garbage disposal. Right. It'll eat you if you was laying down. So now we see we get away from the dietary laws of the Lord, and now we got all these type of diseases plaguing our body. High blood pressure, trichomonas worms, all type of madness going on, right? All we had to do was do what? What was what? Right. And not what was wrong. You feel me? So in the same breath, of course, little brother get out the street, stop gangbanging, you little coward, you murder your people. But that same judgment goes with the brother too, that's swallowing the pork and still bowing the Christmas tree. That ain't work. That's right. Hey, that's idolatry. That's a way of the world as well. You feel me? So it applies across the board. That's what it means, you know what I'm saying? If somebody slides you a pork chop in front of your face, don't mean you gotta eat it. Right? They don't have, why don't you eat it? Well, because according to the Bible, it's an abominable animal that was not made for food. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to. Like, can't be real, it ain't that bad, but then when the brother reads you, the prophecy about the return of Christ, if you're eating that, or anything else found on the list that's abominable, the Lord say He gonna consume. That's right. Not me, right? So my love would be to tell you, brother, stop eating pork and repent. You feel me? You may be spared the day of the Lord. Christ had never said, come eat pork, Paul didn't eat. No. They misunderstand it, bro. Feel me? Go ahead, brother. You got something like that?
Yeah, 2 things I wanted to make a comment to the clip. One of
sounds familiar to you. In Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6, it says, "But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must first believe that he is."
Common. That's common, right?
Right.
So you
And-
first got to believe that God is.
And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Then what?
That diligently seek him. Now, you just named in your faith of seeking. You went here, that wasn't it. You went there, that wasn't it. You went there, that wasn't it. You went to these people, they rejected you, told you all you had to do was this and that, and you must do this again and this and that. And everything that you did, you were doing what? You were diligently seeking him, right? Now, I speak as a man, and I pray that this is the last place that you have to go. You understand what I'm saying? I pray that this, if it be his will, if it be his will, if his will be done with you, this is your home for the rest of your life.
That's right.
Well, 2 days ago, I was in a head-on collision here on Kings Highway. I'm not from here, I'm from Minneapolis. So, the 2 things I seen in St. Louis since I've been here was a naked bike rally.
Wickedness.
What happened? Naked Mike.
Walking my dogs, and I was surrounded by about 500
Slow down, y'all.
people on bikes, and then the car crashed. And I was left on the side road. It was the other man's fault. My car is totaled. It was near death. It was horrible. I don't know how we came out okay. And a woman pulled over after the police left us on the side of the road for 3 hours. They just said, get us, pulled up. We had dogs, so we went to the bus, we went in wherever. And a woman pulled over, and she said, I wasn't taking this way home, but something told me to take this way home today.
Something.
And she picked us up. It started raining for literally, and she said, I was crying. Because I said, I'm so tired of running, and I'm so tired of going from place to place. And she said, well, God just sent me a sign. And I said, what God would try to kill me? She sent me a sign. And she said, the loving God that's telling you you're going the wrong way.
That's right.
And I don't know what religion she was or anything, just some random woman. She
Could have
drove
been an
us.
angel.
Yep, could have been an angel.
And I haven't heard from her since, so she drove us to the car rental place and helped us, and we got back to our hotel. But I came home, I cried and cried and cried, and I talked to Mormons. You have no idea. I have interviewed, I have books full of Scientology wouldn't let me in, but I tried.
Stay there forever.
I mean, it's been Judaism. I've talked to, all sorts of people. But yesterday, I just gave up. I sort of just gave up and said, I can't do this anymore. I can't run. I don't know where I'm running to. And since the day that I stopped believing in God, it has been one horrific downfall. But my question about, not to the blast of life, but this is my journey, so this is how I ended up here. But my question is, why would a God, if he does so, exist? And I want to have faith, believe me, I wouldn't be doing all this if I didn't.
Ask your question.
So why would a God, and me as a mother would never like, I'm gonna run your car off the road and try to kill you? That's not the first time. I've had 2 car wrecks in the last 30 days. So, this is the second time I got hit in St. Louis. I've only been here 2 weeks. I got hit when I first arrived, and then I got smashed 2 days ago.
Hey, you still got your life.
I'm
Say a
still
word.
here. Every single thing that happens, I come out completely unscathed. And I just watched the guy shoot another guy, and he pointed a gun at me in Chicago. We were living there. I mean, I have been at these near-death things all the way down. I'm sick of
go
That's
to,
what I feel like it is.
let's go to the book of Jonah. The book of Jonah. See, when you live in can be again identified in the very, very book we believe is the word of God. Question is, why would God do that to get your attention? Because guess what? Something else must not have been working. So he'll hide it even more. Right? Until you bow your neck in submission. That's what it's come down to. The Lord is our creator. And we are his servants. Right? Servants take commandments and rules. Now, the economic blueprint, the blueprint to worldwide peace is the Torah. The commandments of God. And if everybody applied them, there will be no problems on planet Earth. Right? But sometimes the Lord got to where he wants you to do something. And you get rebellious. No, I don't want to do that. Right? We're going to read a certain situation about a brother of ours named Jonah. What tribe was Jonah from? Who knows? Just doing some research on his brother Jonah. Yo, I know you know him. What tribe Jonah from? But that's some homework. We'll get to that later. That's all good. Let's go to Jonah. Let's go to the book of Jonah. Jonah 1:1. How the Lord get down. And the thing is, you get down when you first heard him. All right? Don't put him off. Because eventually, after so many car crashes, he's going to take his hands off. Right? So you got to repent why you understand he's trying to get your attention. And to repent just means turn back to the righteous path in which he already had established. Follow his commandments. Right? But trip off this. Your belief is very, very important. You not believing in God, you won't be able to please God, and you won't hear his words. You got to believe in him. And you say, well, how do you believe in something you can't see? You believe in the wind? The wind smack you all upside your face. Blow that rag off your head and everything. Whoa, you don't know where it came from, when it was coming, and hit them. Fire. Right? You believe in a lot of things you can't see. Somebody said it a couple weeks ago, Wi-Fi. And some Wi-Fi, you believe it. Hey, so if that's the logic we're going to use, how can I believe in something that I can't see? Right? You got to apply that across the board. You can't believe in nothing you can see. Nothing. There are things that you can't see that you believe in. All right. Trip off that. Let's get into it. The book of Jonah. Jonah 1:1.
The book of Jonah.
Why would God go to extreme measures to get your attention? Even put you in a situation that could have hurt you, but it didn't. That's mercy in itself. Right? You could have been killed or you could have been a paraplegic the rest of your life. Right. Sipping out a straw. But he got you by their home. Sounds familiar. Shadrach, Meshach,
And a bad Negro.
and Abednego thrown in a fiery furnace, came out unscathed.
Kind of like your day is some affliction that's like, what?
See that? Abraham too, you in the book of Joshua, thrown into a fiery furnace. Your faith, your belief has to be tested. You could be doing something because somebody made you do it or you think somebody's viewing you in a certain way. But the real righteous men that got their ink in the Bible, their faith was unwavering. Their faith was unwavering. Daniel in the lion's den. Why would God put you in a situation like that? Do you really believe is the question. If you don't believe, then guess what? You can't please him. Just like your parents want you to believe in them. Right? You ask your parents when you're young, I gotta need this, I want that, I want that. They don't ask you nothing thinking you can't get it done. They gonna ask my sad daddy real quick. Get me this. See that? Your children come at you knowing you can deliver. They believe. They got faith. You see what I'm saying? You don't have that with the Lord no more. We don't even, we're not even fair with him no more. We apply certain logic to him, but then to turn around and be doing it and let it slide for somebody else. Hold on, if it's wrong, it's wrong.
That's right.
Right? People have gotten away from the word of the Lord, so now they don't know his personality. They don't know how he get down, so when he starts showing that bitter, that ugly side, and everybody like, oh, hold on. You feel me? Now everybody shut down. But he told you, look, you want to be blessed? Do this, and I got you. But if you don't, you got a spot for you too. I put before you life and death, blessing and the curse. Choose life and live. And even with death, right? Death is tricky, especially we so attached to our loved ones, right? But even the Bible tell you, the Lord will take people away to keep them from the wicked that's coming. See that? The righteous perish.
That's right.
What about all the innocent blood that perished too? You ain't forgot that? But he'll take, because he can look down the line, he'll take you away from something wicked that's about to hit. Right? And then you here left having to go through and test and trial your faith. That's what it is. Right? But righteous men perish all the time.
That's right.
The Lord will take them out the way to secure them from something that they might not have the strength to get through. You probably have the strength. You see that? But you got to believe is the first thing. You got to believe. Once you believe, you keep the commandments of your Lord, your power. You feel me? So let's get into it. Jonah chapter 1.
The book of Jonah, chapter 1, verse 1. Now the word of the Lord came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, Arise and go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness is come up before me.
So Jonah was told to get up and go against Nineveh. Y'all know who Nineveh was? Where it was? Nineveh was the capital of Assyria. The Assyrian Empire. That was an empire in the world, Shalmaneser on them, that took down the 10 northern tribes. Alright, so Jonah was told to go up against Nineveh, man of the Lord, and tell them about their wickedness.
That's right.
Right? What is he going to do? Let's read it.
Verse 3. But Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord, and went down to Joppa, and he found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare thereof, and went down into it, to go with them unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord. But the Lord sent out a great wind into the sea.
Hold on, the Lord did what?
Sent out a great wind into the sea.
Great wind, tsunami or something. Huh? The Lord commanded him to do something. You my servant, I need you to do something.
Right.
You take orders. Yes, sir. What needs to get done? Go do it, right? Which shouldn't be a problem. You ever been in the military, you ever been in school, you ever been in the streets, you work, there's always some type of rule. Somebody's over somebody. You're in subjection to something. You're taking rules. The Lord tell Jonah to get on over there and go cry against the Ninevites. Let them know destruction is coming. Y'all being wicked.
Yep.
Right? Jonah, even though he's a prophet, right? Gets scared.
Yep.
Goes the other way. So step number 1, he's being disobedient.
That's right.
Man, the Lord.
It's important to notice the Lord said go that way, he went that
He
way.
went that way.
He went
Right?
that way.
So now the Lord is putting him in a condition that could potentially harm him. Huh? Mighty wind. Let's read, bro.
But the Lord sent out a great wind into the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken. Then the mariners were afraid, and cried every man unto his God, and cast forth the wares that were in the ship into the sea, to lighten it of them. But Jonah was gone down into the sides of the ship, and he lay, and he was fast asleep. So the shipmaster came to him, and said unto him, What meanest thou, O sleeper? Arise, call upon thy God, if so be that God will think upon us, that we perish not.
Because they gods ain't getting it done.
That's right.
Right? Gotta go to the God of Israel to get it done.
Wake up, you sleeper. Holler at your God, man.
Done talking. Now you gotta go deal with the God of Israel. Huh? EF5 tornado across the sky, 10 miles wide. Hey, the atheists be hollering, Lord! Yeah. Oh, okay. So a situation that could potentially harm you is right here. And you call on the very God you deny.
Yeah.
That's right.
See, you still gotta deal with it. You done talking, you still gotta deal with it. Right? Come on, brother.
Verse 7. And they said, every one to his fellow,